for joining me for Mama Fox Books Storytime Saturdays. I'm children's author Phoebe Fox, and today we're going to be reading Monsoon Coyote. This book was written by Sally Harper Bates and Ramsey Fornara. It was illustrated by Alec Kozak. Many years ago, in the great deserts of the Southwest, lived a coyote who had no name. It came to pass the desert where he lived became so dry he could not find a drop of water to drink. Not even the little bubbling springs in the rocks at the foot of the mountain shared their water with him. The little coyote began trotting, searching for water. Higher and higher into the mountains he climbed. On his way, he found his friend Jocko, the javelina, searching for water in the dry creeks and through the mesquite brush. They asked Samantha Sparrow, but she did not know where to find water. Even Oso the bear and Chisholm the cougar were searching for water. They were all so very thirsty. Andrea the antelope and her twin fawns were climbing into the mountains, leaving their dry home behind. Danielle the deer was carefully looking for a place to water her own spotted fawns. The little coyote trotted from here to there and back again from there to here. He searched everywhere for the life-giving water. He knew if they didn't find something to drink very soon, the animals could begin to die. They would have to leave their desert homes and climb high into the mountains far away. Higher and higher, little coyote climbed as he searched for a spring or a pool of water. He climbed to the highest mesa he could find, and there he sat himself down and watched the skies above. Way, way over on the far side of the valley, where the eastern sky blew wild, wild winds, he saw a great white buffalo coming closer and closer. The giant ran with the clouds, and as he ran, the sound of thunder rumbled through the air. It frightened the little coyote, and his heart beat faster and faster. The mighty thundering hooves of the gigantic buffalo came closer and closer until the little coyote could see his eyes and his horns and the massive rolling mantle of white, furry billows on his back. High over Blanco's woolly head flew a colossal bird with wings that spread as wide as the huge white clouds they rode on. Her name was Renalda the Rainbird. Everywhere she flew, enormous bolts of lightning dropped from her wings through the clouds and reached down to the earth below. She would light up the skies with her lightning wings, and Blanco's hooves would pound the air. The great buffalo rumbled to a stop, snorted, and said to the little coyote, "I am Blanco. I bring the billowing white clouds that will fill the springs and pools with water." The mighty buffalo looked down on the little coyote, and his eyes searched the face of the timid little critter cowering before him. "You should come up here, little friend. Jump, little coyote, jump high, jump hard." As hard as he could, the little coyote leaped for the clouds. His paws found their way into the mounds of white billows, and he smelled the water they held. It was sweet and filled his nostrils with the scent of rain in the desert. He knew he must find a way to take this water back to his friends in the dry, hot desert. He whispered softly into the giant ear of Blanco, "Please, sir, could we roll over to the dry desert beyond the tall mountains and take this water to my friends who are so very thirsty?" He was so small and Blanco was so very big, the little coyote was shaking with fear as he spoke to this billowy white giant. But he remembered all his friends in the dry, hot desert, and he knew he must be brave. Blanco the white buffalo began to run again, and his hooves pounded, building the sound of thunder. Little Coyote remembered hearing that sound over the great southwestern desert when he was a little pup. He had been very frightened then, but now he knew he must be brave if he was to help his friends in the desert. "Do not be frightened, little Coyote," the great white buffalo rumbled. "I will not harm you. It is time to help your friends." The little coyote was no longer frightened as they raced through the skies headed for the great deserts of the Southwest. He was a part of an exciting journey, riding high on the clouds. Thunder and lightning filled the skies around him, but he was not afraid. His heart beat strong and brave. Little Coyote could see his friends below, and he called to them, as they ran from the lightning and thunder. "Do not run away. We will not harm you. We bring rain, the sweet, cool rain that will fill the pools and cause the springs to run again." The rain fell and the desert animals came to drink. The babies filled up with the sweet, cool rainwater. Pools began to form in the rocks, and the tall saguaro cactus drew the moisture up into its thorny, round body. Blanco, the great white buffalo, smiled at the little coyote. "I have a name for you, little one. I will call you Monsoon, for you helped bring the rain back to the desert." The little coyote smiled at the huge white beast and replied, "That is a noble name, sir. I will remember it always." Now in the wide open skies of the southwestern desert lands lives a much older coyote. His name is Monsoon, and in the dry, hot summer months, every year he comes trotting over the distant hills, bringing his friends Blanco and Renalda with him. They bring the sweet rain so his animal friends below will live, and the desert will bloom again. Ramona the Roadrunner trots along watching the earth for signs of a lazy lizard resting on a warm granite boulder. Samantha the Sparrow flies here and there searching for new berries in the bushes where the little water spring bubbles. Oso digs through the pines on the mountain, and Chisholm watches and waits for his dinner. When the thunderheads roll above the mountains and run with the wind, billowing higher and higher until they nearly burst from the inside, then thunder and lightning come to the desert. Renalda the Rainbird soars through the clouds, Blanco runs through the skies, and Monsoon barks loudly. Everywhere they fly, rain falls to the ground beneath them. They bring rain to the animals who cannot climb high into the clouds. On the face of the earth below, sitting on her porch, there is an old grandmother telling a story to her grandchildren. She points to Monsoon and Blanco running through the clouds with Renalda, and they listen to the rumble of the thunder and watch the flashes of lightning, and they hear the little coyote barking. And the grandmother will tell how all the animals who could not find water came to love a little coyote named Monsoon, who was so brave he climbed into the clouds, searching for water to bring to his friends. She will remind the children that we should never lose hope and never give up when things get hard. Always keep reaching and searching for an answer to problems, and always keep an eye out for friends who will help. The end. I hope you enjoyed this reading of Monsoon Coyote. Please subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you for the next Storytime Saturday. Bye-bye.